literally just filmed a video for 30 minutes and I'm doing a different video because that video just wasn't cooperating, and I was so excited for that video. I literally had the perfect idea for a video and it just wasn't working. But yeah, anyway, so I just spit everywhere. Hello beautiful people of the internet, it's me, Kayla Marie. This week's video is going to be a story time of the time that me and my best friend at the time got escorted and kicked out of the mall when we were, I think, like 12 years old. So this story takes place, I want to say we were in 7th grade. It was either 7th or 8th grade. One weekend she slept over at my house. In the morning we were kind of bored and we decided to go to the mall. So I asked my parents, I was like, hey, will you take us to the mall? And they were like, yeah, sure, why not? They only probably took us to the mall just so they could get rid of us because we're two annoying teenage girls. They dropped us off at the mall and my mom was like, just text me when you're ready and we'll come pick you up, whatever. And this mall wasn't like a nice mall, basically. It was kind of just, it was the mall that pretty much just teenagers went to and hung out. Like they went on the weekends and just kind of walked around for a little bit, and that's pretty much every weekend all teenagers would go there. So it wasn't like a cool mall, it was like a basic mall, but there were still a lot of people there. They dropped us off and we start walking around the mall. We get into like pretty much every single store because it's a really small mall and there's not a whole lot of stores there. And the stores that they did have, they weren't popular stores. Like they weren't Lush or Bath and Body Works. They didn't really have a whole lot of cool stores there. And so we were just like walking around and chilling, and you know, we didn't really have a whole lot of money because we're like 12, 13 years old, we don't have a job, we don't have money. But I think we had like 20 bucks each from birthday money or something. So we go into Aeropostale and I found this really cute sweatshirt that I wanted. So I got that, and then my friend found a really cute shirt, long sleeve shirt that she wanted, so she bought that. And then we kept walking around for a little bit and we got to the point where we were there for a couple hours and we got really bored and tired. So I called my mom and I was like, hey, you know, we're ready to be picked up, like we're done. My mom was like, yeah, okay, we're at Walmart right now, but we'll be there in a little bit. So me and my friend walked to kind of like the back of the mall area. There wasn't really much over there. I think it was maybe like one very small store, and in like the middle of it there was kind of like a sitting area where it was like fake grass, and then there was 2 benches and like vending machines, and that was pretty much it. And then over here there was like escalators to go up to the 2nd level. So we were just sitting on the benches for a while, just like chilling, you know, talking and everything. And we get kind of bored and we go to the escalators and we start just like chilling on them, you know? So we're going like up and down and up and down and up and down. And then we start like sitting on the escalators and we have like escalator races and stuff. We were just bored. We were trying to figure out stuff to do. We weren't really like harming anything, but yeah, we were just kind of doing our own little thing. And there wasn't really anybody over here because it was the back of the mall and there wasn't really much to do there. So there wasn't really anybody around us to like tell us, hey, don't do that, you know, like you could get hurt or something. But a few minutes later, I see a security guard walking towards us, and I tell my friend, I'm like, hey, you know, maybe we should like nonchalantly just go back down the escalator and just chill back on the benches. So we do that, and the security guard comes over to us, and I forget what she says, but she basically tells us that we can't be playing on the escalators, like it's dangerous, somebody could get hurt and stuff. So we were like, oh, okay, we're so sorry. And she was like, okay, that's okay. And she starts like telling us that we have to be kicked out of the mall. And I'm like, what? I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, why? Like it's not like we were shoplifting, we weren't terrorizing the mall, we weren't like spray painting walls, we weren't harassing people, like what's the harm in this? Like, I wish I knew who snitched on us. because she came over and she was like, somebody had told security like there's two girls playing on the escalators and everything, and I'm just like, do you really not have anything better to do with your life than to snitch on a couple of teenage girls just minding their own business, just playing on escalators? Like, what? As soon as she said we were getting escorted out and kicked out of the mall, my mind started racing. I was super duper scared because like I was a really good child and I didn't really do anything bad back then. Actually, I still don't, but I was a really good child and I didn't do anything bad. So this was kind of like the first time I had ever done anything like bad, basically. And so I got really, really scared, and I was just like, oh my god, like, what do I do? Like, my parents are gonna find out, they're coming to pick us up, like. So she starts escorting us out of the mall, and we have to go quite a long ways because we're in the back of the mall and we have to go to the front of the mall. And so we're just walking throughout the mall, like the main part of the mall, and everybody's just looking at us because like we're two innocent looking teenage girls being escorted out by a security guard, and they're probably thinking like, oh my god, did they steal? Like, what happened? And so I was just really embarrassed, and I feel so bad for the security guard. I really do, because I was asking her a bunch of questions. I was like, is this gonna go on our record? Like, are we gonna have mugshots? Are we going to jail? Like, what's gonna happen to us? And she was so sweet. She was the sweetest security guard ever. She was answering all of my questions. She was being really, really honest, very truthful. I feel like she was trying to keep me calm because I feel like she knew that I was scared and nervous. And she basically was like, it's not gonna go on your record. Like, you're just gonna be kicked out for 30 days. You can't come in this mall within 30 days without a parent or guardian with you. And she said, we're not going to take your pictures, fingerprints, nothing. We just need you out of the mall because it's dangerous and everything. And she actually told us a story of how this little girl was sitting on an escalator and somehow her hair got actually caught into the escalator steps. And I can't remember if like she was injured or anything. But she told us that it was like really dangerous and we shouldn't be doing that. And so eventually we get outside and she's like, do you have a ride home? Like, is somebody coming to pick you up? I was like, yeah, my parents are on their way. And she was like, okay, call them, let them know you got kicked out of the mall and, you know, I can answer any questions they have. So in my mind, I was just like, oh my god, my mom's gonna kill me. I'm gonna be grounded for life. Like, this is so embarrassing. This is the last thing I ever wanted to happen. So I called my mom and I was like, hey, how close are you? And she told me she was like maybe 10 minutes away. And I was like, okay, well, me and my friend got kicked out because we were playing on the escalators. And my voice became like very soft and very quiet, and I feel like my mom knew that I was kind of embarrassed. I don't remember what she said or like what her reaction was, but I distinctly remember I was like, are you mad at me? And she's like, no, I'm not mad, I'm just a little disappointed. And that hurt. I'd rather have my mom yelling at me than tell me she's disappointed. Like, that's just, oh, that hurts your ego, man. And we've been standing outside for probably like 15-20 minutes, and I believe it was in the middle of November or December because it was around Christmas time, I believe. So it was probably in like the middle of November, and it was very cold. So I had put on my jacket, my friend had put on the long sleeve shirt that she bought over the shirt that she was already wearing, and it was really cold. I was just embarrassed and miserable, and I hated the entire experience. So my parents finally get there and we get into the truck and I'm just dead silent. No emotion, no words, nothing. I didn't even say hi to my parents. I just got in the car and I just sat there. I think my parents had like talked to the security guard while we were sitting in the car. The security guard was like, yeah, I feel kind of bad doing this. I can tell they're innocent girls and they don't really do a whole lot of bad stuff. But she explained, she was like, I have to do this, like it's against the rules. And then she also told that story of the little girl getting her hair stuck in the escalator. She told that story to my parents and they were just like talking back and forth and everything. I'm still just sitting in the back just thinking like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Like I feel so bad. It was so embarrassing because I was a really good child and I didn't really do anything bad back then. So my mind was just completely racing and just embarrassed. And I hated the situation. Yeah, so that was the time that me and my best friend got kicked out of the mall for a very stupid reason. If you like these story times, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. That way I know to keep making them. Let me know if you have any stories like this of getting kicked out or escorted out of a place. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you more than you will ever know. Make sure to give this video a like if you liked it. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click that little bell so you never miss when I post. Make sure to always stay grateful, thankful, and positive, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye guys.